One of the things that I understand about governance is that whoever is a spokesperson of a particular organization or a particular person or a special advisor to that person or whichever capacity, whenever they come to the media or whatever they said, they are saying this 90% for their boss. And it happens that Bayo Onauga have published so many things in Nigeria since he was appointed as a special advisor to the president, which turned out to be lies. Let's not forget about the Dubai situation. Let's not forget about the investment of $250 million, among many. But he ceased not to learn from his past, and his continued attack on the opposition, even when they are giving a constructive criticism, ceased not to amaze many Nigerians, including myself. Now, he went ahead to publish on his X that the planned peaceful protest for 1st of August 2024 is being planned by Peter Obi's supporters, and that any issue that come out of that or anarchy that occurred in Nigeria, that Peter Obi should be held responsible. Now, there have now been a lot of call in the past, and recently, that Peter Obi should take these people more seriously. Personally, I have been saying this, that a gentleman cannot be a president of Nigeria. We have seen it before in the person of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, where he overlooked some certain things, and that cost him his office in 2015. And this is not to say that you should go down low like the APC have been able to achieve within the last 9 years of them being in power, but to look at things carefully and handle them thoroughly. The manner at which Peter Obi has been abused, even when he gave a constructive criticism without insulting anybody, needs to be attended to. And for that reason, he is now asking Bayo Onauga to pay a 5 billion naira, as well as tendering a public apology to him. This happened yesterday in the evening, but let's look at this carefully. The allegation was viewed over 1.6 million times on X and received coverage by several legacy mainstream and media outlets in the country. In response to the allegation of sponsoring anarchy and working in connivance with terrorist group, Obi demanded that Onauga retract the allegation and tender unreserved apology within 72 hours of the receipt of the lawsuit. Obi demanded that the restriction from Onauga to be posted on his official handle on X and on not less than 4 nation dailies, including Vanguard, This Day, Punch, and the Cables, and monetary damage of 5 billion naira for the embarrassment and defamation the false publication has caused him and his family. This is coming from His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. And when you look at this carefully, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, who filed the lawsuit against Bayo Onauga, the special advisor on information and strategy to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the all-ruling All Progressive Congress. This is West Africa Weekly. So now, the question here is this: Peter Obi, like I said earlier, has been looking at those people as irrelevant set of human beings, because whatever they said and do per time cannot even affect him at any point in time. But then they are defaming you at every given opportunity. And this is the reason why we have been saying this for some time now. The government and the Nigerian police, they have these cyberbullying acts, they have this and that. If you make some certain statement, they come and pick you up like a criminal in the middle of the night. They come arrest you, harass you and all of that, just because maybe you made a statement that is contrary to their, and they say you have defamed the person or defamed the office and all of that. But this is a sitting special advisor on information and strategy to the president. And everything that he says is directly, for the president. And now he came up to tag the presidential candidate of Labour Party as a terrorist, as well as, trying to cause mayhem in the country. I've talked about this protest of a thing and most other issues surrounding Nigeria and the protests within the last couple of days. And these people will not stop. Maybe until they are being handled, maybe the way that Peter Obi is handling them currently now. And this has to stop. For the fact that people are crying for the current economic hardship does not mean that you should come out to say all manner of things. Let's come to look at this. We all goes to the market to buy things. Things are not cheap. Things are going up every now and then. Yesterday I was in the market, a mudu of rice is 2,700. So if you look at it, a bag of rice is within the range of 80 to 90,000 naira, depending on which of the market and where you are per time. And these people are not seeing this thing as anything. A minimum wage of 70,000, which was passed by the president and the bill sent to the National Assembly for for the passage. If you look at it carefully, you begin to ask yourself, when paid 70,000 naira as a list in the government's whatever, what happened next? That money cannot even buy you a bag of rice. What about other goods and all of that? So when people say that they are tired of the economic hardship imposed on them by the government, who will always go ahead and take loans from IMF and then use that money for things that are not necessary, and then the people say they want to protest, and then you are trying to hold them hostage and tag some people who are criticizing you constructively, not calling names, not insulting, and then you call them terrorists. Does it make any sense? The other day, the CP from Zamfara was saying that people planning these protests are criminals. They are unemployed youths. They are bandits. They are Boko Haram. They are this and that. I brought the video to you the last time. You can check at the end of this video to see the link. But the question here is this: who made the youth unemployed? Who made them unemployed? Is it not the government that made them unemployed? Did you provide employment that... Okay, let's tell ourselves. If everybody is employed, or let's say 90% or 70% of the youth are employed, the level of insecurity in the country would have been reduced by 70%. The rate of crime, criminality in the country might have been reduced by 75%. And at the end of the day, are we going to be having anybody going to the street to protest if the economy is moving in the right direction? Nigeria is not the only nation of the world that people are clamoring to protest or protesting. It is happening in the United States, in the UK, it is happening in France, it's happening around the globe. But why is it that Nigerian own is quite different? That when people said we are not comfortable with this policy or that in Nigeria or even Africa at large, the next thing that you will see from the leaders is just for them to take their armor, go to the streets and shoot down anybody that they see on sight. Does it make any sense? Let me have you take in the comment section. Thank you for watching.
Most of the people that are calling for this protest are criminals, bandits, illegal miners, armed robbers, and unemployed youths. Those who organize EndSARS are still part of the people that are trying to organize this protest against the federal government.